It's been more than 2 months since Shepherd's Bush Market was fully open. Today, people with stalls other than those selling food could get back to business, like Imad.
I'm happy I'm back, but a bit cautious, but happy I'm back.
Cautious because?
Of the situation. Frightened is not all over, but we have to live with it.
I think we just have to use a bit of common sense, really. And if we do that, then I think we'll be fine.
Because you need to be working to get some money in the door, right?
The Chancellor stopped by a market today and he had a message for those who worry that easing lockdown is happening too quickly.
In a couple of weeks we'll get the shops open, and then hopefully at the beginning of July we'll be able to get many more restaurants and pubs open as well. So that's the plan. We're sticking to it. It's safe and people should have the confidence to go out there and get their lives a little bit more back to normal.
And there are new rules on how people can meet, but they vary in the different nations of the UK. From today in England, up to 6 people from different households can meet outside. The same rules apply in Northern Ireland. In Scotland, up to 8 people can meet, but from no more than 2 households. And in Wales, there's no limit to the number of people who can meet, as long as it's from just 2 households within 5 miles of each other. And in all cases, people must still keep 2 metres apart. But scenes like this over the weekend suggest social distancing is breaking down. That's especially worrying for the more than 2 million most vulnerable who've been shielding and who were told on Saturday they could leave home to meet someone. It was a surprise change of policy, which has left some even more anxious.
I use a wheelchair, so there's an additional access thing there. If I'm heading along a pavement and I come across a group of people, I can't step down off that pavement to avoid them. I'm completely relying on that person to socially distance from me, and I just cannot put the trust in people to do that.
Decisions like the opening up of markets have been criticised by some scientists, but others are more sympathetic to the choices the government's making.
Until we get a vaccine, people are going to keep catching this disease. And if we don't get a vaccine, then we'll stay in lockdown forever. And that isn't a tenable situation either.
Car showrooms in England, like this one in North London, can also now open, with new measures to protect customers and staff. The question, is this a much-needed step back to normality, or simply a risk we don't need to take yet?